The Indiana Pacers are your Eastern Conference finalists from last season. They won 50 games. However, Tyrese Haliburton is going to miss the season, and they are now without Miles Turner after he signed in Milwaukee for the long-term contract that he did. This is a fascinating team. This is a team without Haliburton seemingly for the full season after he tore his Achilles in the finals in June. This is a team that really does not have much on the interior. I mean, shout out Jay Huff. I mean, like James Wiseman is on this team. Like, I just like Isaiah Jackson obviously is going to get a shot. It feels like at some point here, but this win total is 38.5. And to me, that 38.5 without Haliburton is like all you are betting on is Rick Carlisle ecosystem and structure just being absolutely incredible, plus Siakam, plus Nembhard, plus Nesmith, plus everything that they've built there. But you're just betting so strongly on what Rick Carlisle has built offensively and in terms of the ecosystem that it feels like a long road to me to get to 38.5.
Well, I will go down that road, Sam. I will take the over because everything you just said is what I believe. And maybe it's me writing the coattails of what that team was last year and the stories I've heard about it since the season was over. And it's a vastly different roster. So it very well may not be the same. But I watched that team just put different bigs on the floor and different players on the floor. And a lot of them seem to just still do what Indiana wants them to do. We've talked about Andrew Nembhard. We talked about Benedict Mathurin. Like, who knows what it ends up meaning for a contract in his long-term future, but is it going to shock
contract year? Mathurin is a good player to bet on here.
18 to 20 points a game. Is that a real possibility? Absolutely. Here's my thoughts on the Pacers. I think the Pacers could very easily go over this as I'm betting that. Well, I'm not betting that because I don't bet, but I'm saying that. And then they could just get like, if they make the playoffs or whatever, then it not look very good in a playoff setting when you don't have, those other guys. I just think this is a system that's going to work. I love the way they, if they lean even more into the pickup full court in the regular season, that's just going to piss people off in the middle of January, in the middle of February, in the middle of every other month. Pascal Siakam is a real two-way player that's legit. I think they have enough scoring. And it is like, this is a little bit of like, I think Jay Huff just fits what they want to do. You could go small with some of these guys. I'm buying everything Rick Carlisle and that organization is selling right now. And I think because of that, they get, close enough to 500 to take the over here.
Andrew?
I'm also taking the over. In doing the calculations for this season and actually picking what win total I think these teams will be at, going from 50 to 37, you'd have to be telling me that losing Tyrese Haliburton and losing Miles Turner is a 13-win drop. And I think losing Hallie is a 9 to 10 win drop. But I think with what they have in place, and this is also a vote for Carlisle too, between Jay Huff and Isaiah Jackson, I think they can make up what they lost in Miles Turner in the aggregate. I also think the breakout near Nembhard, even though
you're moneyballing it.
I don't necessarily know what a breakout.
What is the problem, GMAC? What is the problem? Wrong.
They don't get on base. Yes, I'm so glad you've seen Moneyball.
Yes, that's one of my favorites.
Look, I don't know what an Andrew Nembhard breakout season necessarily looks like. I think him being, again, the Jeremy Giambi to his brother Jason, if you want to say a percentage of what Tyrese Haliburton gave you, has me with this team at 40 wins. I think they get to the 7-8 game and they play my Boston Celtics. I cannot believe that sentence just came out of my mouth. But I do see this team with Carlisle and the infrastructure in place. And look, this is a team that had a halftime lead after Haliburton went out of Game 7 of the finals. So there is still a will and a belief in the overall system that has been put there. And I'm with Carlisle and Siakam still there. Like, you still have an all-star and a Hall of Fame coach. I think 40 wins is extremely plausible. So I'm going to predict it and say the over.
So last year, the Indiana Pacers in the regular season played about 1,100 minutes without Tyrese Haliburton or Miles Turner on the court. So neither of them on the court. What do you think their net rating was in those minutes?
Is it bad? Is it very bad?
Give me an answer.
Minus 3.
I say for the sake of my answer, I hope it's positive, but my gut tells me negative. I was going to say negative. Yeah, 3.5, 4, something like that.
In the 1,097 minutes that the Indiana Pacers played last season without Tyrese Haliburton or Miles Turner, they were a plus 1.3.
Oh, Bryce.
Last season.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Sam said us
pretty
up
solid.
to take the over. Go over,
right?
Sam. Go
Do
over,
it.
Sam.
So a lot of those minutes came in like bench stuff, and you don't want to like overreact a crazy amount to them because we're totally changing situations that players are in for, right? I think that, again, the teams that tend to surprise are the teams that have real synergy between scheme and coaching staff with high-level coaching. I think that that's kind of what this Indiana Pacers team is. They have an amazing backup option in Andrew Nembhard, who I think can actually really be a point guard for this group. He's not going to be what Haliburton was, but he is somebody that is like very good and very capable of running this offense. You can run out Nembhard, Mathurin, Neesmith, Siakam. And like, if you want to go small, you can go Toppin. If you want to go bigger, you can go Jay Huff or Isaiah Jackson. Both Jay Huff and Isaiah Jackson kind of fit this team. Jackson being able to run up and down the court. Huff being able to knock down threes. I do think that the defense is going to suffer. I think losing Turner is like a real problem for them on defense. Turner definitely took a step back like the last year and a half on defense, I would argue. But just not having him is going to be a problem for them. I think like he was able to kind of fix some issues with his ability to protect the rim. They were 13th in defense last year. I would guess that they're probably going to see that drop off a little bit. I am going to take the over. I think that there's just enough here for Carlisle to kind of mix and match it and make it work.
Love it.
And to get to like 39 wins, right? Or 41 wins or something. They're the team that I trust a little bit more because I think they have just enough defensive infrastructure compared to Boston, where Boston like has real liabilities on the perimeter on top of having, you know, whatever is going on at the center position. We have questions about the center position, but on the perimeter, like they can run out Andrew Nembhard and TJ McConnell and like press those guys in the backcourt for long portions of games and try to tire them out. Like they have Ben Shepherd, who is skinny, but like works his balls off on defense. Like they have, you know, Pascal Siakam, who covers a crazy amount of ground. And like they just have a lot of bodies, including Aaron Neesmith, who is awesome, who is probably playing for an extension, I would guess, if I was, you know, predicting. So I just kind of love, I think they have just enough defense while having the strong synergy between what the coaching staff wants to do on offense and what their skill levels and talents are on offense to where I think they do get to like 40, 41 wins.
Love it.
I'm going over for the Pacers.